Welcome back. In this tutorial we're going to cover the mechanical and bathroom, and you can see in our Word document we've got some directions here with some locations of where the files can be found. So let's hop over to Revit and get started. So the first we're going to place is the rectangular tub, and notice that again this is wall driven. It will not allow me to attach it to a floor, so I'm going to find its host. The curve that's currently at the top, that big arc, is I guess what you would call the back support with the drain down at the bottom, and we need to flip that. So spacebar to flip, and we can put that on the wall. Next, we need our toilet, and I've already got these loaded, some of them. No problem. We'll go to the load family, and we want to go to water closets. This is under plumbing architectural fixtures, water closets, and we want toilet domestic 3D, and we're going to space to rotate and just kind of place it in. For my LZ students in architecture, we will cover specific spacing. There's all kind of code requirements for spacing between fixtures, between the walls. For right now, just go ahead and place this kind of where I've got it. I'm not going to be too specific. We might end up having to move the toilet a little bit based off of the vanity. And our next component that we're going to add is going to be our vanity. So we're going to search for vanity, and that is a 24-inch. We're going to place it in our corner. Now we notice we do have a little bit of an interference here with our door, which is no big deal. We're going to pick the door, arrow key up a couple times, and we'll just get that centered in our gap that we've got left open. I want to check my 3D view and see that that is facing the right way. In fact, it's not. We need to rotate it 180. So we can go ahead and pick that, rotate, pick our vertical orientation, and then rotate it 180 degrees. That still looks like it needs to move now. So we can go ahead and arrow key up a couple of times to get it clear, and then we will select the corner and the line there of the drywall, and that's good. Next component we're going to add is going to be our countertop, and so we'll go ahead and search in here. And we've got our two countertops we use for our kitchen. So we need to now go ahead and go to casework, and then countertops, and then vanity with square hole sink. Rotate. We see our backsplash, the two lines down there. They need to be along the back wall. And this length needs to change then. We're going to make that 25 inches. And then we need to also change the location of our sink. And then we can move it back into the corner. This is one of those situations where I wish Revit was a little more intuitive as far as knowing that it needs to stay where it was and shift over to one side, but it's not a big deal. We're going to change this sink location placement to 11 and see what happens there, and shifted it the wrong way. So we want to make this 13 and apply just to bump it over just a little bit more so that it's centered in our cabinet. So that looks good. We can go ahead and take a look at our 3D view again. There we see that. And we do have an interference with our door trim, but again, we're not going to worry about that for this project. Last thing we need to add in our bathroom is going to be our sink. So we're going to go to plumbing, architectural, fixtures, sinks, and then we want a sink vanity square, and we're going to rotate it 180 degrees with our space bar, and place it in our opening. Now, for whatever reason, this does not line up. You would think that they would, given the fact that they're both the same. You can, if you'd like to, go ahead and measure up the sink itself and then change the size of the opening in the countertop. You can see here we've got the countertop selected. I'm not going to take the time to do that in this demo. To me, it doesn't matter as much as it matters you know how to find components and how to place them into Revit. But like I said, if you want to go ahead and clean that up, by all means, feel free. But I'm not going to do that for the purpose of this demo. So moving over to our mechanical room, if we go ahead and look at our floor plan, we see that we've got a washer, a dryer, a utility sink, and then this is our furnace. So going back to Revit, our furnace is located under mechanical, MEP, airside components, and then furnaces. And we're going to pick the one that we have, and we are going to place it. I'm not sure which side is the front, so we'll go ahead and look at our 3D view, pan over a little bit, and we notice that our furnace is not there. That's definitely interesting. There it is, hiding behind the wall. So that looks like it is go ahead and hide this wall. Sorry for all the spinny here. Okay, so that looks good. So let's just go ahead and undo a couple steps there. Go back to level 1. I think, or we could close level 1 on accident. So we'll go ahead and double click that to open it. Okay, so there's our furnace. And now we're just going to finish by placing our washer and dryer. So let's go to specialty equipment, domestic, and then we've got our washer. You can do a front load or a top load. Take your pick. Doesn't much matter to me. So our washer needs to be on the right. We're just going to go ahead and place that with some spacing. Also notice that our door is in the wrong location. No big deal. We're going to pick it, flip the swing direction, and then just drag it down over there. We're going to now load our dryer front load. And that will go next to. The last is our utility sink. This will be posted in with the files. It's not located as a standard for Revit. So this is going to be either CAD Lab for my LZ students, Canvas for my CLC students, or anybody else. This file will be located in the zip file on GrabCAD. So we're going to go ahead into our class real quick and find our Revit blocks. And there's our utility sink. And it's going to have to update. And we're going to go ahead and place that flush up against the back of the wall. So just do a quick double check, make sure the toilet looks good here. We could probably shift it over just a little bit. Again, if it's close, that's fine. If it's not close, then we're going to have to go ahead and fix that. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next video.